Nothing gets closer to the glorious realization of optimum intuitive interactive synergy than the interconnected systems of Subnautica, a game by Unknown Worlds. The title opens up with an emergency escape procedure, taking place above an alien planet that is composed of about 75% of ocean water. Leaving the mothership in an attempt to preserve yourself, you will soon find yourself in an almost completely abandoned situation.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Ironically enough, it is the combination of technology and the resources contained within your new environment that will offer a continuous glimpse of hope, painted in the soul and reflected on the water surface ever so comfily under the radiant sun. Subnautica comes with different game modes, but in order to immerse yourself as much into the experience as possible, it might be a good idea to go for the survival mode, as this is the arrangement that delivers the sense of being there in the most relentless manner. Not to mention how this selection will feature a full-blown narrative backdrop, one that unravels a cryptic and epic story of ancient civilizations, doing so via the various bits of information you will come across during your struggle for survival. Subnautica is a game of synergy management, and it does not really try to kill you at all. It is up to you to decide how insatiable your urge is to progress on with the story, since making a stand and saying,
"Hello, I just live here, but I have some underwater bases you can rent,"
is an equally viable stance on this planet. This review won't spoil the story to any degree, and having said that, it bears mentioning that Subnautica employs an efficient and exigently realized method to feed you its narration, being heavily reliant on System Shock-esque audio logs coming to you in the form of superbly acted voice acting, combined with a continuous connection to the world internet of the future, where Wi-Fi seems to be as evident as a tire on a car, regardless of the distance to the home planet. So there you are in an escape pod that is the size of a truck tire. From the top of the pod, you can see the remnants of the mothership you ejected from. Might be worth checking out, huh? And there is a casual ocean surrounding you, while there is no telling if there indeed is an end to these waters, as the all-directional horizon would have you guess.
1 minute of gameplay footage. Enjoy!
Sorry, brother. The solemn soul and solemn heart of this excellent game is the underlying technology tree that will let you fabricate top-tier sci-fi shit on demand, provided you have the resources to them. In Subnautica, every single thing you can fabricate have their function of applicability, and they all make your life a bit easier, but all of them cost the effort and time to make them a reality, due to the resources they demand to produce. The title features a myriad type of obtainable resources, and each and every component has its unique resource requirement. So you already see that the quintessential super fun of this game lies in the mere fact that you are pretty much in a constant expedition mode while playing Subnautica, as the slightest idea you will have is open to be realized, but it will name its price on spot, and you better start working for it if you want to see it a reality.
New blueprint acquired. Be advised, the Cyclops is designed to be operated by a 3-person crew. Only experienced helmspeople should attempt to pilot this vehicle solo.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
The main gameplay loop of Subnautica is as follows. For example, you want to fabricate a system of pipes and an air pump to connect the pipes to. So you could check and salvage the wreckage below, while having access to a supply of air at a given space. You will have to have titanium to fabricate the pipes, so now is the best time to look for said resource in your surroundings, and you have to make sure you pack enough food and drinkable water to keep you fresh and energized while looking for the resources. And how about a container to place any useful things you might salvage down below? Oops, the container has its own resource requirement, so you have a lot on your plate already, and this was a very basic example. A tremendous part of the fun is to see and realize in your mind what your plan truly involves, what are the demands to make it work, and how you could pull it off, what are the essential and non-negotiable steps, and you frequently find yourself in the fantastically exciting position of having a virtually infinite set of ways of going about doing something, and you are obviously interested in planning, researching the way that is the most resource-friendly, while being optimal in its function and/or operation. In essence, Subnautica is the game in which you are in a constant subnautical expedition, as the environment, the mechanics, the synergies and the complexity of the environment are all abundant and sophisticated enough as to be able to offer you loads and loads of sensible and worthwhile things you could be doing. One particularly charming aspect of the title is its logic. The developers made a tremendous and highly successful effort to not complicate the synergy. Instead, they merely offer it, establishing it as a rich array of interconnectedness between the game components, and this reliance pulsates at the core of the gameplay. For example, the Submoth mini-submarine runs on fuel, and this fuel is provided by power cells. You can fabricate a power cell by submitting the required resources to a fabricator, and once the power cell is empty, you can refill it with a power cell recharger. And there is no question in your mind at all what a power cell recharger could be used for, right? The main idea is that the more robust the function, the more initial cost it demands.
Enjoy this brief gameplay footage.
Fly me to the moon and let me float among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. With song and let me play forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. I love you.
Distance is a key consideration in this title, and once you wander far, far away from a previous hotspot of your expeditions, the time might be proper to take advantage of the possibility of building bases. Subnautica's toolset gives you a decent variety of prop rooms to fill with your selection of machines and instruments, and the only limitation here is that most rooms come in a fixed size. Other than that, there is no limit to what you can come up with as far as layout size and layout complexity, and your base can contain as many elements as you like, on as big of a real estate as you can find in the world. Bases can have their vital functionality and can make your life a lot easier, but it is not at all mandatory to craft them beyond a certain point, as many of the elements and rooms are cosmetic in nature and do not serve gameplay mechanics. Like, there is no rational point to build a glass corridor between two rooms, but you might decide to do that nevertheless, because it is better to see outward than not to, and I guess it is even rational after all. The fauna of the game plays a vital role in your survival, as do the remnants of technology that have collided into the water as a result of the catastrophe event the game starts out with. You will spend a healthy amount of time collecting and deciphering blueprints in order to be able to fabricate said technologies, and these new instruments will let you go deeper and deeper and deeper into the secrets of this planet, quite literally and metaphorically speaking. It is not uncommon to come across quite large sites to explore, and the game is doing a decent job at placing synergistic obstacles your way. You will encounter bulkheads that you will have to weld through, or equipment you will have to repair in order to make a given scenario submit to your curiosity. And these moments once again represent those elegant precedents on how the game builds and delivers seamless, organic connections between the tools you can fabricate and the obstacles in the world you can overcome with their help.
Oh, gonna weld through this iron door, 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 gonna weld through this iron door, weld through this iron door, weld through this iron door. Oh, gonna weld through this door, weld through this door, weld through this door, I'm gonna weld through this door.
Can't a monster take a shit in peace?
PRAWN Safety Instructions Appendix A14. Don't climb on or get off equipment while it's moving.
Subnautica comes with a handcrafted world of impressive size, and one has a hunch that the developers and/or the fanbase will deliver further planets to discover. This game is unique in its ambition and in its meditative pacing, and offers unprecedented realization of interactive, immersive synergy. The only thing I care to complain about is the set of little parasites that stick to the submarine to drain its energy. But even this is something realistic, as what is life's worth without the struggle for the optimization of it? Subnautica is badass, and you want it. Enjoy this final gameplay footage. Support the developers. Thank you for watching.
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.